Hello friends, good evening everyone. Welcome to the question series of GATE and NET, and particularly we are taking up the questions from linear programming problem. So let's take up the question for today. This question was asked in GATE 2020. So let's read the statement first and then try to solve this question. So this is not a multiple choice question. As you can see, there are no options given A, B, C, D. We just have to find out the answer and write it in the blank. So let's read the statement. It says if x13, x22, x23, x31, x32 and x34 is the set of basic variables of a balanced transportation problem. So we are given a transportation problem. I hope everybody is familiar with a transportation problem and particularly a balanced transportation problem. I'll explain you the meaning of this. And this is the set of basic variables. So when we have certain number of sources, say we have m sources and n destinations, then for a transportation problem, this is the total number of basic variables. So we can validate it from here that we have three origins or three sources, so m is 3, and we have 4 destinations, so n is 4, so we have 3 plus 4 minus 1, 6 basic variables. So we are given the 6 basic variables, and out of which one basic variable value is given to us, x23. Seeking to minimize the cost of transportation, so it's always by default a minimization problem where the cost matrix is. So obviously this is the cost matrix given. So these 6, 2, minus 1, 0, these are the respective cost of shipping or the cost of transportation from origins to destinations. And these are the demands and these are the availabilities. So the thing to notice about this question is we are given some variables, lambda and mu. The only information available about lambda and mu is that they belongs to real numbers. So we need to find the value of x32. So x32, if you look at, comes in the category of a basic variable. Had it been a non-basic variable, if they would have asked the value of say x33, so x33 is not in the list of basic variable, then we would have directly written x33 is 0 because by default every non-basic variable is 0. But obviously the question is not that simple. We are asked to find the value of a basic variable. So let's see how to attempt this question. We have to use all the informations given in the question. So first information we are going to use is balanced, that this is a balanced transportation problem. The meaning of balanced transportation problem is the total supply or the availability is equal to total demand. So we can find it from here, what is the total supply. So if you add all the supply or the availability, this is 10 plus lambda plus 5 plus 3 lambda, right? Which makes it 15 plus 4 lambda. And what is total demand? So if you add all the demands, these 4 demands, 10 plus mu minus 5 plus mu plus 5 plus 15. So this makes it 25 plus 2 times mu, and since it is given to us the problem is balanced, therefore we will equate these two. Total supply should be equal to total demand. This gives me 4 lambda minus 2 mu is 25 minus 15, which is 10. Further simplifies to this equation. So this is one relation I got by using the information balanced transportation problem, right, between lambda and mu. So because by this time we should be clear about that we cannot just solve the question by directly somehow finding the value of x32, right? We are interested in finding this x32, so we have to know the values of lambda and mu. So whatever is given, we are using that information. So we have got one equation by using the information of balanced, and now we'll be using the basic information of a transportation problem. So in a balanced transportation problem, all the constraints are equality constraints, right? all the constraints, because basically a transportation problem is a linear programming problem. So we have supply constraints, we have demand constraints. So I'm briefing it up here. You can see that in the detailed video that how a balanced transportation problem looks like when formulated in the structure of a linear programming problem. So here I'm using that information that all the constraints are equality constraints, because that means every source supply is utilized completely and every destination's demand is completely fulfilled. So that will help us to find the value of these variables, right? So let me write here what is given to us. X23 is 10. So this 2, 3 means this is given to us is 10 units. And what else is given to us? We can just mark the places, right? We are given X13 is a basic variable. We are given X22 is a basic variable. X23, X32, sorry, 31 is also there, 32 is there, and 34. So all these cells which I have marked with dots, these are basic variables 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, out of which one value is known to us and the other we have to find. So we are just going to use simple mathematics here. So it's clear from here, if you look at the demand of destination 3, D3, so this value plus this value, the number of units which will be shipped from here, O1 to D3, plus this 10 units will have to satisfy to mu plus 5. So this means the value of X13 plus X23 should be equal to mu plus 5. I know the value of X23, so I am going to substitute that. So mu plus 5 minus 10. This is the value of X23 which was given to us. So this is mu minus 5. So I got another equation for X13. So now I know this is mu minus 5. So in this first row, there is no other basic variable, only that means the origin one is supplying whole of its supply to only one destination, that is D3. So that means this mu minus 5 has to be equal to 10. So this gives me the value of mu, which is 15. And once I get the value of mu, I'll substitute that in equation number 1 and I'll get 2 lambda minus 15 is 5. So 2 lambda makes it 15 plus 5, which is 20. So I get even the value of lambda, which is 10. So I got this 10. So this is 10 plus 5, 15. This is 3 into 10, 30. This is 10. This is 15 minus 5, 10. This is 15 plus 5, which is 20. And this is 15. So I got all the supplies and demand. Now what I need to find? I got this 10 units. So I'll be using now this row. I'll be using the information from the second origin. So I have to have X22 plus 10 units should be equal to 15. This plus this has to match the total supply. So this gives me the value of X22, which is 5, right? So this comes out to be 5. Now I'll be using the information of D2. So this 5 plus X32 should be equal to 10, right? So 5 plus X32 should be equals to 10. This gives me X32 is 5. So this is my final answer because this is what it was asked. So we'll write here the final answer, which is 5. Right? So basically we have just used the definition of a balanced transportation problem and its LPP structure, that all the supplies and demands have to be fully satisfied. So that solves this question. Thank you.